Have you ever sat down with a controller and thought, why do I actually enjoy this so much? Why do millions of people around the world spend hours grinding through quests, building cities, shooting enemies, or just vibing in virtual worlds? It's not just because it's fun. There's something deeper, something wired into our psychology that keeps us coming back to games over and over again. And in this video, we're going to break it all down, from the sense of achievement to the need for escape. Let's explore why we really play games. One of the biggest reasons we play games is the feeling of achievement. Whether it's unlocking a trophy, finishing a level, or beating a high score, games are designed to make us feel like we're progressing. In real life, rewards are slow and inconsistent. You don't always get a ding for doing your laundry or finishing an assignment. But in games, even the smallest action feels meaningful. You level up, earn XP, collect loot. Every click gives feedback. That's called operant conditioning. It's the same psychological principle used in habit forming. Apps and even slot machines. Games give us that dopamine hit, especially when we earn something after hard work or repetition. It makes us feel competent. In a world where a lot of us feel stuck in a job, stuck in school, stuck in a routine, games give us an environment where effort equals reward. If you grind, you win. If you study the boss mechanics, you defeat it. There's a fairness in that, and our brains crave that fairness. But it's not just about feeling competent. Games also give us goals. Clear, tangible goals. Defeat this boss. Reach this level. Build this base. Unlike real life, where goals are vague and often unmeasurable, games present objectives that are simple to understand and satisfying to achieve. And when you complete one goal, another one appears, keeping you in a constant loop of progress. And it's not just the big wins that matter. Even micro progress like collecting one item or upgrading one weapon keeps us engaged. That steady stream of small victories adds up and creates momentum. Before you know it, you've spent hours in a flow state, totally immersed. And that flow state, that's powerful. It's a sweet spot between boredom and anxiety where we're fully focused and enjoying the challenge. It's when time seems to fly by. You're not checking your phone. You're not thinking about your to-do list. You're in it. That state of flow is addictive, but in a way that can actually be good for us, especially when real life doesn't offer many moments like that. And that leads us to something even deeper, the way games let us escape. Games offer us a chance to escape. They provide a space where we can leave behind our problems, stress, and sometimes even our own identity for a while. The ability to step into someone else's shoes, live a different life, or even control a fantasy world is incredibly appealing. It's why we love open world games like The Witcher 3 or Skyrim. They don't just give us goals to achieve, they give us a world to get lost in. You can explore at your own pace, take on side quests, or just wander through landscapes that are far removed from your everyday life. For a few hours, you can forget about any personal issues you're dealing with. This sense of escapism is more than just distraction. It's about psychological relief. When life gets stressful, our brains are craving a break. Games give us the ability to take our minds off real-world problems. And in doing so, they can also help us process our emotions. For example, playing a game where we're in control of a character dealing with loss or hardship might help us understand our own emotions better. It's a safe way to face tough feelings without actually confronting them directly. And it's not just the deep narrative-driven games that offer this. Even fast-paced action games like Fortnite or Call of Duty can provide a sense of escape, though in a different way. These games engage us with adrenaline, requiring our full attention. In those moments, we're not thinking about anything else, just surviving the next wave of enemies, making that perfect shot, or securing the win for the team. Another reason we get hooked on games, social connection. Contrary to what some might think, gaming is not a solitary activity. Online games are some of the most popular games in the world because they offer us a chance to connect with others. Whether it's teaming up for a raid in Destiny, playing ranked in League of Legends, or working with others in a survival game like Minecraft, gaming brings people together in ways that many other activities can't. Gaming communities are more than just groups of people playing together. They become tight-knit groups where you share experiences, victories, and sometimes even failures. You bond over the game, and that shared experience often extends beyond the screen. Friendships are made, alliances formed, and even rivalries spark, creating an environment where relationships can thrive. The social aspect of gaming is one of the reasons it's so appealing to younger generations. It's a space where you can meet new people, form connections, and communicate in ways that feel genuine, especially in a world where physical interactions can sometimes feel distant. But social interaction isn't the only thing games offer. Many games also encourage creativity. Titles like Minecraft, or even the user-generated content in games like Super Mario Maker, let players create their own worlds, levels, and experiences. Creativity in games isn't just about expressing yourself, it's also about problem solving. Games also tap into our need for creativity and problem solving. In games like Minecraft, The Sims, or even Super Mario Maker, we're not just following instructions, we're creating something entirely new. Whether it's building a fortress, designing a city, or crafting a new character, games give us a canvas for self-expression. And it's not just about fun, it challenges our brains to think critically and solve puzzles, which feels incredibly satisfying. This leads to another key reason we play: challenge. Games give us a way to test our skills. They provide an environment where we can push ourselves to the limit, improving with each playthrough. Whether it's getting through a difficult level, mastering a new mechanic, or beating an unbeatable boss, games constantly present challenges that feel rewarding to overcome. And when we finally conquer those challenges, the sense of accomplishment is immense. But there's also a deeper aspect. Games are stories. They tell us tales we want to experience, whether it's an epic journey like in God of War, or the emotional depth of The Last of Us. Games are a medium for storytelling that's interactive. We don't just watch or read, we participate. And that participatory nature makes those stories feel personal. At the end of the day, gaming isn't just about entertainment. It's about a mix of achievement, escape, connection, creativity, challenge, and storytelling. Games engage our brains in ways that no other medium does, providing us with everything from a moment of calm to an intense, heart-pounding challenge. So the next time you pick up a controller, remember, it's not just about the game itself, but about what it does for you, your mind, and your emotions.